All right, so the day has finally come. After nearly a month of waiting, we're finally getting the long-awaited update featuring one of the absolute best players in Blue Lock, Loki. And not just that, but they even changed the main menu image for this update. If you pay close attention to the title screen with the 3 question marks, you can actually spot a silhouette that looks just like a Roblox avatar holding his hands out. Just like that iconic Loki pose from the manga. I'll show the picture during the video so you know what I mean. And you know that area in the new main menu, the one that's been taped off with caution tape and had the 3 question marks above it? Yeah, for the longest time I thought it was something related to ranked mode, maybe a lobby just for that. But now that we know ranked servers are replacing pro servers and even use the same NPC, it's obvious now that this whole closed-off area is actually for Loki. Plus, the Blue Lock Rivals title in the Roblox game page itself still has those 3 question marks. It all just clicks. And somehow I didn't realize it until now. So yeah, this area is definitely reserved for Loki's arrival. And that got me thinking, how are we actually going to get him? Will he be limited time only? Will he be a new tier of style, like Masterclass? We've got no official info yet, but I've got some theories. But before we dive into that, hey, if you're watching this and you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 20,000, and I know we can hit that goal by the end of June. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with what we do know. The Loki update is definitely dropping this week, and it was announced almost a full month ago. So you can imagine the hype is sky high. Expectations from the entire community are through the roof. And honestly, this is one of those updates where the devs cannot afford to fumble the ball. I'll be real, the game has been slowly losing active players, and this is their big chance to bring everyone back. If they cook with Loki, with top-tier animations and balanced gameplay, kind of like what Azure Latch did with their most recent update, I really think we could see a massive spike in player count. Remember when Baru and Aiku dropped? Everyone went crazy over the animations. Just recently, Azure Latch released their Bachira and Gagamaru update, and the animations were so clean it had 100,000 people online at launch. That's what we need. Right now, Blue Lock Rivals has a decent player base, but the numbers are dropping. If Loki is done right, I honestly think the game could hit 1 million players online. Just like we saw with the NEL Rin update. Although, to be fair, that hype didn't last long. But still, this is their chance to hit big again. Let's move on to how Loki might actually be obtained. I've got a few guesses, starting with the most popular one that's been making rounds in the community. And that's the idea of a level requirement to unlock Loki. There have been some solid suggestions with hundreds of upvotes saying things like, so we probably all know that Loki is releasing next month and he is probably a master class. So I want to make it like you need to be level 50 plus to obtain any master class. That way alts or low-level accounts don't just get Loki instantly. Another person wrote, please consider giving Loki a level requirement. We've seen it happen too many times. A new broken style drops and everyone has it on day 1. That's what makes things unplayable. The problem isn't the style being strong, it's that everyone has it. Instead of nerfing styles constantly, just add a level requirement. Make it level 50 or even 75? It gives new players a reason to grind, and even brings in more Robux through VIP. And honestly, I agree with that take. It's logical. Before the world-class styles were added, the game actually felt balanced. Remember when Shidu and Yukimiya were the best? Rayo was in every match, copying people's skills. Once world-class dropped, it kind of broke the game's balance, and I really think a level requirement would help stop that from happening again. Now my second theory, and I personally think this one is more likely, is that Loki will be limited time only. Like maybe he'll only be available for a week or something, similar to Basketball God from Basketball Zero. That would definitely give him that special rare status. It would stop the entire game from being flooded with Loki mains overnight. And let's be honest, he's probably going to be strong. Most speed-based characters are good, and Loki's literally one of the best in Blue Lock. So the devs are going to have a tough time keeping him balanced. No offense, but looking at their past struggles with balancing Rin, Aiku, or Kaiser, and his super speedy shot, Yeah, it's going to be tricky. So, yeah, I think what's going to happen is that locked area in the lobby will open up, and there'll be an NPC there, maybe even Loki himself, or an interactable item to start the unlock process. Kind of like what we had with Easter Kaiser. Maybe there'll be a limited banner or some event-exclusive way to get him. Or, here's my third guess, maybe they'll combine all of this. So, like, you need to be level 50 and Loki will only be available for a limited time, and you'll have to go through a special event in that locked-off lobby space. Honestly, that would make the most sense. It would encourage grinding, reward dedicated players, and bring back a real sense of excitement and exclusivity to the game. And before we wrap up, let's talk a little about ranked mode. Let me know in the comments. Have you tried it out yet? What's your opinion? I saw a really interesting suggestion that I wanted to bring up. Today, I'll be giving some new ideas for ranked. First, I think we need a GK option. Right now, it's too easy to cheese wins with long shots from Kaiser or Rin. The AI goalie just can't stop those shots. The devs even did a poll, and the majority of the community said they want a goalkeeper role added. Second, we should limit world class to only 1 or 2 per team. Otherwise, it feels like if you don't have a WC, you're at a huge disadvantage. And finally, the ELO system needs fixing. If you lose one match, you drop 95 ELO, but when you win, you only gain 20 to 25. That's not balanced at all. And let's not even start on hackers that they can hit level 20 in 30 minutes and ruin games. Maybe raise the ranked entry level to 40 or 50 to help stop that. Honestly, I agree with all of this. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Do we need a goalkeeper role? Should they limit WCs per team? What would you fix about ranked? And finally, before we fully wrap up, let's talk briefly about Shidu. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I feel like it's worth repeating, especially now with the Loki update right around the corner. As you probably remember, in a past update, Shidu was kind of quietly downgraded from Mythic to Legendary tier. At the time, a lot of us speculated that something bigger was planned for him, and I still firmly believe that. With Loki's release likely taking center stage in the current patch, I strongly suspect that the next major update could either bring us a full-on refresh for Shidu, or, even more exciting, a brand new NEL version of Shidu. Think about it. We've already seen the trend of post-downgrade characters getting revamps or new styles. Shidu is a fan favorite, and his aggressive playstyle is perfect for a mythic-level rework. So if you're a Shidu main or just someone who's been waiting to see him return to the top of the meta, keep your eyes on the next patch after Loki. I'm calling it now. There's a high chance he's the next big addition or rework, and if it's a NEL version, then we're in for something wild. Let me know what you think. Are you hoping for a Shidu refresh or something entirely new? Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this video. We talked about a lot today, from the Loki teaser and the hidden details in the lobby, to all the guesses about how he'll be released and what kind of class he might be. We covered ranked mode, future balance ideas, and of course, how the devs might learn from past releases to avoid another imbalance situation. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.